celebrating Yu-Gi-Oh's most nostalgic set. Hey everybody, Blue Eyes White Patrick here. If you know the day, then you are celebrating with me. It is March 8th, a significant day in Yu-Gi-Oh history, because this day, 23 years ago, the North American release of The Legend of Blue Eyes White Dragon was upon us here. We were able to, at the time, just get into a brand new hobby, a new thing that came over from Japan. And, we didn't realize the phenomena that it would become. I don't think anyone really saw that. I know there's a ton of people like me who had a lot of those cards from back in the day, and maybe time wasn't too kind to them. We'll let the owners pass on that here for not knowing and maybe enjoying. I mean, look, when I got into it, when the game came out 23 years ago, I was only 14 years old. I couldn't even buy my own packs. I had to rely on my dad there. And therein lies a little bit of my history. So for your Blue Eyes White Patrick here, he wasn't always Blue Eyes White Patrick. He was HeroClix Patrick. If you remember that game, or if you ever played that game before, it was basically, think of it like D&D for Marvel and DC superheroes. It was a really cool, innovative, kind of fun game that took the Marvel properties, the DC properties, into these little miniature forms here. And I mean, look, I'm a comic book guy at heart. You've probably seen my apparel in the previous videos here. And my brother is the same way. And look, we became comic book guys because my dad was a comic book guy. Talk about celebrating some history there. So my dad's history goes way back to X-Men #1, Fantastic Four, Justice League. He even told me that he collected a lot of those comic books, or at least read them, because you got the better bang for your buck. And that is kind of the ideology that took me away from Yu-Gi-Oh! Because again, at 14 years old, you got 3 comic book guys in the house, and you got, me and my brother looking to do both, right? HeroClix and Yu-Gi-Oh! And if you can recall from back in the day, it was hard enough to sustain one hobby with dad's allowances, and then of course when he indulges himself and wants to get into it with us as well. So because that's the other piece of this, my dad played HeroClix. He judged the tournaments. He was as much into that game as we were. And so when my brother and I say, hey, here's a fun new card game, we like the monsters, we like the look, we watch the show, let's grab a couple of packs. And that's about all as far as we got. Now, I give my dad a lot of credit, because I will tell you a little history on my end here from this day, this kind of little sliver of history within history. I don't know if they were first edition. My memory doesn't come back that far, and I certainly wasn't a 14-year-old thinking a little bit about, like, let's put these in penny sleeves and hold on to them for future state. All I remember is getting a lot of these cool shiny cards, or maybe not a lot of them, because we, as you guys know, the drop rates were, what, 2 ultra rares per booster case? So if you're going to a hobby shop and you're grabbing one, you're not getting much. And between now all this kind of like crazy minute, you've got LOB wavy versus glossy, you've got LOB faded, and there's like 10 different ways that the faded is going to go. And like the more faded, sometimes the more niche, but I think there's a middle scale which becomes very, very popular and more valuable. All these different nuances that I don't think anyone thought of at the time, but it was always just a thrill to crack open, or I should say rip open, a pack. I guess we cracked open HeroClix boxes, but we opened packs or ripped packs of Yu-Gi-Oh cards back in the day. And the thrill that I got from Legend of Blue Eyes White Dragon, this set, was Exodia. it wasn't even Blue Eyes, because I think it was only my third or fourth pack that I bought, or I should say that, my dad bought for me. I pulled, and I'll never forget this. It was such a thrilling moment because you go through so many commons and maybe the occasional rare that when you get a holo, especially one that has such resonance with the show that you grew up watching, it becomes a super exciting moment. And I pulled the left leg of Exodia, the forbidden one. And I just thought to myself, I mean, look, there's only 5 pieces to be gotten here. How cool would it be to show up to a duel and lay out all 5 pieces? So thinking it was rather easy to get, not knowing the pull rates at the time, and only getting it on my 4th pack, I thought, well, let's keep going. I mean, if I'm getting one every 4, I'll collect this in no time. I'll have all 5 pieces. And I did not pull another ultra rare in my life until the 25th anniversary re-release came around. Actually, no, I'll take that back. I should say I did not pull another Exodia piece. But a few years ago, I took a chance on a Legend of Blue Eyes. It was one of those 2012 to 2017 releases. And I got my dragon. I got the Legend of Blue Eyes White Dragon, which I realize now I didn't pull out my binder, so I'll kind of save that at the end. I'll take a screen capture of it there for you guys, and we'll put it right at the end of the video, because I did pull out a few. And here's what we're gonna do: we're gonna celebrate the release of the Legend of Blue Eyes White Dragon, the anniversary of the release, the Legend of Blue Eyes White Dragon set, with, of course, none other than the Blue Eyes White Dragon, because I can tell you I do not have that Exodia. There was a guy who also played HeroClix at the mall with us, and he transitioned completely out of HeroClix and it went right to Yu-Gi-Oh! And I traded that card for a few HeroClix pieces, which are, of course, not nearly as valuable. If you guys played HeroClix back in the day, I know we're talking a lot about Yu-Gi-Oh! And I am Blue Eyes White Patrick, so we're not going to explore that hobby so much, even though that probably runs a little deeper in my personal history, based on my fandom, my brother, my dad, their fandom, and our shared experiences. And that's the one thing that, just on a kind of more personal, emotional note, I would never trade. Yes, we picked the wrong hobby. We should have stuck with Yu-Gi-Oh! That has the legs, that's still standing 25, 26, 27 years later. But my brother, my dad, we bonded over this game. We were at the mall every weekend. So if you were one of those guys, place a comment down below. Tell me what your favorite team is. Tell me what your favorite clique is. Because tell me if you ever played at some of the tournaments, especially on the larger scale, the Wizard World conventions or the Worlds conventions. Well, I don't think they had Worlds, but maybe it was like a national. I don't think anyone played this worldwide. So yeah, let me know what your favorite team was. Let me know what your favorite build was. Let me know what your favorite clicks was in the comment below. We can share just a kind of offshoot of that. Now, back to the reason for the video, guys. Again, March 8th. 2002 was the release of this set, which took the game out into the stratosphere for everyone who played in the North American releases, and really brought eyes on the game in the US. Like I said, it brought eyes to us. We just couldn't sustain it, given everything else that we had going on. And look, we know what HeroClix did to us, so we're going to let that pass go, because now we're going to focus on the present. And here we are celebrating Yu-Gi-Oh! All these years later, and I'm so glad to be able to celebrate it with you as well. Also in the comments, we're celebrating, guys, so let me know what your favorite Legend of Blue Eyes moment was in your history. Let me know if you had a favorite tournament moment that you had, a great pull, if you believed so well into the heart of the cards that they rewarded you for a tournament play, or let me know what your favorite pull was, even if it was just yesterday. Maybe you happened to get a good deal and ripped a pack, and all of a sudden you pulled an Exodia piece, you pulled Dark Magician, you pulled Blue Eyes White Dragon. So let me know what your favorite moment was of that here in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe, to like this for future content as well, because we're going to be doing a lot of celebrating of this game, which we all love. So one other thing I want to note here, a little giveaway. How can we not go just a little bit big? I mean, we're not going to go crazy, but we're going to give away Legend of Blue Eyes White Dragon. So along with that comment, is going to get you an entry, whether you comment on HeroClix, whether you comment on Yugioh. Make a comment, make a like, make a subscribe. Do all three of those things. We're going to reward you with a Blue Eyes White Dragon Ultra Rare from the 25th anniversary release. So again, pretty cool. Again, it's not going to be a crazy amount, but we are going to celebrate, and we're going to give this guy away. So again, like, subscribe, comment. We're going to get you automatically entered into this, and then we'll pull that in about a week from the upload here. So let's go right into it, guys. This is our grade 9 first edition, and of course it's glossy. This one's super easy to see. So guys, this is the Paramount card first edition, Legend of Blue Eyes White Dragon. This is the card that really started the obsession. This is the card that kind of created the Blue Eyes White Patrick. It was not that long ago, just about a year ago, where I concocted this idea that, hey, I am celebrating the 25th anniversary. My nostalgia hits so hard. And I really want to go ahead and have a first edition Blue Eyes White Dragon. It was supposed to end there. Thank God my wife is a supporter, because it did not. And we just kept going. But this is the card, probably for many of you out there, that brought you into this fandom, that brought you into this game, that took you out to the malls on the weekends, on the weekdays, and that you guys are obsessing about as much as I am. So we've got one more. This one I am particularly excited about. I got this one on the secondary market. I thought it was a pretty good deal for what I ended up getting. It's going to be harder to see, guys, because I've already got it prepped and ready to go for grading. We've got another Legend of Blue Eyes first edition, Blue Eyes White Dragon. This is glossy. The wavy has been elusive, and we're going to keep going for that on this channel. There's two things. If we're going to highlight something like this history, I'm going to highlight also my goals for Legend of Blue Eyes White Dragon, and specifically Blue Eyes White Dragon card. Guys, I'm going big. I want a grade 10. It is going to be a challenge, and I don't know if this one's got it in it. I'm going to keep fingers crossed. I was fingers crossed on my starter deck, Blue Eyes White Dragon first edition, which came back grade 10. Check out my very first video there. And to enjoy and celebrate in that specific card here. But again, grade 10 is a grade 10, glossy or wavy. And that's my goal. I just would love a grade 10 to add to the collection. And then if this ends up being that grade 10, I'll just take a wavy. Just a wavy. Yeah, no big ask. It's just a casual wavy first edition Legend of Blue Eyes White Dragon in good shape. You know, nothing like setting the goals low, right? But we'll see what happens. And guys, we're going to keep us updated on this specific card. Again, I'm going to get this prepped, ready to go, sent out. And boy, oh boy, would I not mind paying the PSA charge for PSA 10 on that specific card. I've looked it over a couple of times. It just looks really clean. I'll put it under here. I'm trying to look at it in the light. It looks really clean. It looks really sharp. I think the centering looks very, very good for a high grade. Like I said, I didn't buy this intending to get lower. I'm hoping for a 10, guys. I'm hoping for a 10. So this one I'm very, very excited about, and I will, of course, keep you updated and let you know. But that's it. That is what I wanted to highlight as we celebrate this wonderful game, which had debuted in America on this day 23 years ago. And the phenomena is still rolling here. And we are still enjoying, we are still playing. Master Duel had a Blue Eyes White Dragon update from this structure deck. I wonder if they planned that as well, given the day that it is. The video game just came out, having a great time with that. We're going to have a video upload on that soon as well. And look, we got apparel, right? Look, this is not a sponsored video or deal here, but what a cool t-shirt. Kasar on the front. We got blue eyes, which we're not going to see. We got blue eyes on the back, but check out the other video that I sent. It's just a short couple of seconds of your time to take a look at what this cool video looks like, and a promo card that this company had given away to Neophoric did this t-shirt. They're based out in California, and they had a very, very cool promo card that they included. Not a Konami release. It looks very custom. And you can kind of tell they put it in their own slab, so it looked very collector worthy, which stars in my eyes, and I had to get it. So we got a lot of fun stuff here today. We're celebrating. Go big. Have yourself a blue drink in honor, or a white drink. I mean, I don't think you can go wrong. Both colors are there in the name. And have a dragon chalice to sip gently out of while you're enjoying the anime, the card game, the video games, your collection. So guys, thanks so much for staying with me here on this channel. Thank you for supporting. Enjoy the day, celebrate Yu-Gi-Oh, and keep collecting.